The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. Part 7. In the palace of the Snow Queen and what happened afterwards. Now we shall see how Kay fared. The hundreds of halls of the palace were driving snow, and the windows and doors of cutting winds. Each hall was many miles long, each lit by the aurora borealis, and all so icy cold, and so magnificent, mirth never reigned there, nor was there ever a dance for the polar bears, nor a little tea party for the white young lady foxes. In the middle of the empty, endless halls was a frozen lake, cracked into 1,000 pieces. In the middle of this lake sat the Snow Queen. Little Kay was quite blue with cold, but he did not know it, for she had kissed away all feeling from his body, and his heart was a lump of ice. Kay spent his days arranging ice pieces in all sorts of shapes, which seemed to him, with the grain of glass in his eye, to be a great and important work, but he could never manage to represent eternity. For the Snow Queen had said, "If you can discover that figure, you shall be your own master, and I will make you a present of the whole world and a pair of new skates." "I am going now to warm lands," said the Snow Queen. "I must give the volcanoes of Vesuvius and Etna a coating of white, which is good for the oranges and grapes." And then she flew away, and Kay sat benumbed and motionless, quite alone in the empty halls of ice. Suddenly, little Gerda stepped through the great portal out into the cold palace, and the little maiden beheld Kay. She flew to embrace him and cried out, "Kay, Kay, sweet little Kay, I have found you at last." But he sat quite still and cold. Then little Gerda shed burning tears, and they fell onto his bosom, and they penetrated to his heart. They thawed the lumps of ice, and consumed the splinter of looking-glass. He looked at her, and she sang to him. Hereupon Kay burst into tears. He wept so much that the splinter rolled out of his eye, and he recognized her. And he shouted, "Gerda, sweet little Gerda!" And he held fast by Gerda, who laughed and wept for joy. He was so beautiful that even the blocks of ice danced about in joy. And Kay and Gerda looked into each other's eyes. There sat the two grown-up persons, grown up and yet children, children at least in heart. And it was summertime. Glorious summertime.